What's up, guys? I wanted to give a bit of an update. I've had a lot of people see me on the trails and near the trails, giving me a lot of encouragement. It's so awesome, man. That encouragement means it means so much. And you know, good news, bad news. So let's do the good news first. Good news is these 10 repeats I've been doing, they're getting pretty easy now. And what's also awesome is when I'm coming down the fire road, I have like 3 different rocks / roots, and I'm able to do some bump jumps off of them with no pain. So each time I do a bump jump, I'm able to start standing a little taller with no pain. That's super encouraging. Yeah, that's the good news. I anticipate that I will have lost another pound of fat come weigh-in day on Saturday, because there has not been a day that I can remember now where I haven't been on the bike doing this or something similar to this. And some days I've even able to do 2-a-days, like do PT, drive to the PT location, and then get on the bike afterwards, or do jiu-jitsu. When I say jiu-jitsu, I mean basically just walk around and coach, which is actually the hardest thing for me to do, is to walk and stand. And I've been able to get on the mat, of course, not real jiu-jitsu, but I have a buddy help me up and help me down, and I just work through some techniques without any pain. So that's kind of cool to be able to do that now, whereas before I wasn't able to do that. That's the good news. One more bit of good news. One of my PTs, when somebody asked him how I was doing, he said 100% better than when I was in the hospital. But when it comes to where I need to be, I still got 75% to go. So in other words, I'm 25% better in terms of getting to where I need to be, but 100% better than where I was in the hospital. Yeah, so that's encouraging. It's really tough when I get off the bike after I do my 10. My back is really weak, and of course, like any athlete, I'm trying to push it up to the limit but not go over the limit. And sometimes you find that you've gone over the limit. Like one day I actually had another back spasm, and I hadn't had one of those in months. And yesterday I didn't have a back spasm, but it was close. So I know I'm right at the limit. I can't do any more. And so when I get off the bike, I have to be really careful in terms of loading the bike up, loading myself up, changing clothes, all that, starting my laundry, all that stuff. But I anticipate that will get better and better. It's so frustrating in terms of having to be patient. You know what I mean? I've never had something like this that's taken this long. But again, the mantra that I come back to over and over is, I thank God that it's not a little granddaughter going through this, or anybody else who I really love. Definitely take it ahead of them. And I also know that I'm so blessed because I'm even able to get out here on this day, and so many people are not. So when I get down, when I get frustrated, when I play the old why me, I'm always reminded of that. And I truly believe that God is good, regardless of whether or not things are going well for us or not, and regardless of whether or not we understand why. Because to be honest, there's no real good answer to why so many things happen. The only answer that I think comes close to it is, hey, it's my sin and everyone else's sin mixed up in a big old pot. And that's what causes us to live in a world like this, where we have to deal with these things like this. But that's not where the story ends. God is good. And He sent His only Son, Jesus, to rescue us. And so that's all the sermon you're going to get. Thank you guys for the encouragement.